so I've got a question about attacks from side control, in particular no-gi, and my answer is one of those typical answers that isn't an answer. I don't really attack from side control because there's better places to be. Okay? Yeah, there is stuff you can do from side control, certainly. A lot of arm locks, Americanas, Kimuras, and some really funky setups. But why attack from side control when you can get to mount? So 2 of the 3 techniques I'm going to show you today are different ways to get to the mount, because from there you've got a lot more attacking options. Rachel's laying on the ground, head towards her desk, and I've got a cross face, and I've got an underhook here. This is a really good control position, but the point is there's not a lot I can do from here to attack Rach, okay? Especially if she keeps her frames in nice and tight, boom. I've got great control, but this is in close. I can start maybe to attack this arm, but then I'm going to have to give up control to do that. All right? So what I like to do from here is I like to go to the mount. One little thing I like to do with with this hand, the hand's cross-facing, is I put my middle finger right in Rachel's armpit. Okay? That allows me to use my shoulder to control her and turn her head away. As long as her head's facing towards you guys, she can't turn her hips towards me. Here I'm going to switch my base and just tuck her knees towards me. Okay? I don't need to hold them. I'm just going to tuck them towards me. Then I'm going to step over my own arm, hook my heel behind Rachel's knee. Use that to come on top. And now I've advanced my position. I'm in mount. There's a lot more things I can do there. Okay, if you're competing, you just score yourself 4 points. But if you're rolling with your friends at the academy, you just open up a whole bunch of options. So again, cross face, underhook. Okay? Rachel's got this frame in here, which is the right thing to do. All right. I'm going to take my underhook, my cross face hand, put my middle finger in her armpit, and then switch base. Pull the knee down, step over my own arm, hook my heel in, hitch you right up, fix up my mount. All right, option number 2, again, taking the mount. Okay, this is a more conservative approach to the mount, but it is one that I use a lot, sliding the knee. So Rachel, get your head towards your desk once again. And we're here. And this time, we don't want to switch our hips for whatever reason. Okay, we've got a lot of control, things are good. Maybe we're a little bit worried that if we switch our base here, they might come on top. Okay, especially if you're newer and you don't trust your base as much, that could be an issue. So from here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to slide. First of all, I'm going to move right up under Rachel's armpit. So I've gone from here up to here. Because what that does, it opens a lot of space between her hips and her armpit. From there, I can slide my knee. Now, I'm not in any rush to do this, and I've got to be above her hip line. Imagine she's wearing a belt. I want to be above that. Now, this is where I see a lot of people muck it up. If I just go to climb over, my foot comes down, and I'm stuck in Rachel's quarter guard. I've got to dig my way out. However, if my knee comes across, and then I walk this arm up, what I want to do, I want to drop this knee to the ground, and then I'm going to switch my hips completely. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Again, from a slightly different angle this time. Can I get your head towards the camera? I've got my cross face, I've got my underhook. I come high, I walk this arm high as well, knee comes across, this is where I switch my hips. My knee comes down, watch my back leg as well. 1, 2, 3. And now I've got the mount, I'm in a really good position. I've got a whole lot more attacks than just being inside control. Round 3, let's look at we'll look at a head and arm choke, okay? A really nice one from that same cross-face position that we've been working. The key points for this particular variation of the choke is that I need to use my ribs, okay, against Rachel's arm, and you'll see that in a moment, and I need to turn her head away from me. If her head's facing towards me, it's going to be very, very difficult to finish this choke. Okay, so we'll look at it from a few different angles. We might go with your head towards the mats first, please, Rachel. So we're here, just put your feet down for the camera. And I've got that same cross-face position. The right arm is isolated by my leg, and it should be the whole time. I've got that arm trapped in between my leg and my armpit. And we're here. All right? Now, I'm going to take my left arm and wrap it right around Rachel's head until I'm holding that middle finger in her armpit. This time it's in her right armpit. I'm going to take this hand and block the hip. And I'm going to sprawl back. My ear's right there next to her shoulder. I keep that hip blocked and I'm simply walking around the corner. Okay? And you can't see Rachel's head at the moment, but
You can now.
it's a pretty clean shake, yeah? So let's look at that from a couple of different angles. Rachel, I'll get your head towards the desk. Okay. We've got that cross-face and underhook. We're going to wrap over, reach through, and our middle finger goes in their armpit. I block the hip, and I sprawl back so that my ribs have got Rachel's arm pressed against the side of her neck. Down low, walk around the corner, and as soon as she taps, I let go. Okay. We'll do one more with her head towards you, and we'll see how that all goes. Arms isolated, cross face, underhook. I'm going to wrap my left arm over, finger in the armpit. Right hand goes to the hip. I'm going to sprawl off and come around the corner. From here, all I have to do is walk my toes around, and as soon as she taps, I let go. I actually didn't squeeze at all then. It's just the left arm is blocking off the neck on one side, and it's your ribs on the other side walking the shoulder into the neck. Okay? So 3 options from side control. 2 ways to get to the mount, and then a really nice north-south choke.